connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Good morning, Idaho. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. Good to have you along today. Hope you're off to a great start. We've got a packed show for you this morning. From our large team of neighborhood reporters, they are bringing you more local news from more neighborhoods across the Treasure Valley, like Brady Caskey this morning. He's breaking down a proposed rate hike from Idaho Power that's going to cost you an extra $250 a year starting in 2026. Details on why that is and where the money's going to go. Also coming up this morning, a jury pool is now finalized in the trial of former Caldwell Police Sergeant Ryan Bendewald, accused of using his badge to exploit and sexually abuse women. Neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker is going to preview that trial. We're going to get to those stories and much more coming up in just a bit. But first, Sophia joins us on this Wednesday with our weather. It's so hot out, but the tree in my front yard is starting to drop its leaves.
That is so exciting and refreshing, especially because we've been talking about winter in between.
You don't have to rake all those leaves, though.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't. But winter will be here soon, and then you'll be shoveling up some snow also. Right. But just something to look forward to, especially if you're not a fan of the heat. Maybe you don't like to rake the leaves. Well, either way, still not the morning for that because it's pretty hot out there. As you head into the bus stop, kiddos, you've got lower 70s by the afternoon and coming home, mid to upper 90s area-wide. So it is going to be another hot one for you today. Make sure you've got the water bottle on hand, also some short sleeves. It's going to be a toasty one. Good news is, Roland, we are expecting some relief into next week.
Right, just got to get through this week.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Sophia, appreciate it. We turn now to Eastern Oregon this morning, where our Don Nelson rode along with the Malheur County Sheriff, who is criticizing the lack of clarity surrounding immigration enforcement right now, as state policies are at odds with President Trump's agenda.
It is very frustrating when there's not clarity in how to enforce the law.
I took a drive with Malheur County Sheriff Travis Johnson to listen and better understand his problems with the state of Oregon.
If there's criminal activity, we have to take care of it. And we cannot report any of that to the feds.
That's because in 1987, the state of Oregon became the first state to pass a law prohibiting state and local agencies and law enforcement from participating in immigration enforcement without a judicial warrant. It's something Sheriff Johnson feels has driven a wedge between his department and their federal partners.
The state of Oregon's made it very clear that if you do help federal law enforcement in enforcing immigration, we're coming after you. They've made it very clear.
On the other side, Johnson says even though the feds understand their situation, he says the Trump administration is going after states like Oregon by cutting back federal funding for certain state agencies. So, Sheriff, you're telling me there are consequences at the federal level for being a sanctuary state and that you are being punished because of that? The state of Oregon?
They've made it very clear where we're a sanctuary state. They cut that funding and that money dried up. So we took a 30% hit to our Marine program this year.
Johnson also wants to make it clear that the focus needs to be on the criminal aspect, the drug and human traffickers in both Oregon and Idaho. As the national debate rages over immigration, a federal judge in Los Angeles dealing a blow to the Trump administration. The court ruling the president overstepped when he sent National Guard troops and active duty Marines into the city this summer to quell protests over the objections of state and local officials.
With today's decision, Trump is barred from using the National Guard and Marines in California for law enforcement purposes. Military troops cannot police our community.
The news comes as the president threatens to send federal troops into more Democratic-run cities, including Boston, Chicago, and New York City. In the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., more than 2,000 National Guard members, some of them armed, have already been walking the streets since last week.
Later this morning, the Caldwell man who confessed to the murder of his adopted daughter is expected in court for a preliminary hearing. As Idaho News 6 has reported, court records say that 51-year-old Delbert Cornish told detectives that he shot and killed 18-year-old Onyx and her cat on August 18th while his teenage son was at school. The records say when Cornish's son got home, he told him what he'd done and even shot the floor and pointed the gun at his son, blocking him from leaving the house. The son was able to disarm his dad and leave the house house before calling 911. Cornish was tracked to an ex-girlfriend's house in Mountain Home, where he was taken into custody without further incident. Now, court documents state Cornish told detectives he had plans to kill all 3 of his children before taking his own life. That preliminary hearing is set for 8:30 this morning.
Idaho Power customers may see another rate increase to their bills come 2026. I'm your neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey, learning more about where that money would go if approved and how big of a jump you could expect.
If the rate case were to be approved as filed, the average residential customer would experience an increase of about $21 a month.
A proposed rate increase on your energy bill could cost you more than $250 a year. As we've reported, Idaho Power is requesting to raise residential customers' bills by more than 17%.
We understand that there's impacts when you increase rates, impacts on the customers.
Jordan Rodriguez with Idaho Power says they're requesting $199 million to go towards things like upgrading power grid infrastructure, building new energy storage facilities, and hardening the system to be wildfire resilient.
We've seen expansive growth, unprecedented growth really, and that has forced us to grow the system with it in order to meet customer demand.
This is the 3rd year in a row the utility has requested a rate increase. Prior to 2023, it was more than a decade since their prices went up.
The reality is there's been so much growth in our service area, and so much growth has been required of our system that there's a cost to do that.
The company has also filed rate decreases in 2024 and 2025 after their annual cost adjustments. The most recent one in April of 2025 dropped residential rates by 10%.
As a company, we remain very committed to keeping things as affordable as we can.
Next, the Idaho Public Utilities Commission will review their request and can either accept it as is or make changes. You can share your thoughts with Idaho Power about this rate increase online or in person at upcoming community meetings. I'll have the full details linked in this story on idahonews6.com. Reporting in Boise, I'm Brady Caskey for Idaho News 6.
The changing leaves are part of what makes fall special, but the mess that they can leave behind can be a bit of a challenge for seniors, and you can help out. Rake Up Meridian has opened registration for this year's volunteer effort. If you have a team that's willing to help some neighbors out in need, you can sign up to rake lawns this fall. The event is run through Republic Services.
Players in a pickle. The Boise Parks and Recreation closed the courts at Manitou and Willow Lane Park to pickleball. The city of Boise says the decision comes after a lawsuit tied with the courts at Willow Lane Park over noise and neighborhood impacts. Starting Tuesday, both courts will be closed for construction as they transition back to tennis only.
It was fun while it lasted. After a disastrous start in South Florida last week, Boise State has tumbled out of the top 25. The AP rankings out 2 days late due to a game on Labor Day. The drop was expected as the Broncos struggled to get anything going, losing 34-7 on the road. Boise State rose as high as number 8 last year, thanks to the generational talent of running back Ashton Genty. The only silver lining this weekend's loss was a non-conference game, meaning the Broncos' hopes of three-peating as Mountain West champs are still alive.
Several survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's sexual abuse are set to testify today. It comes as the House Oversight Committee has released tens of thousands of pages related to the investigation.
All right, well, it's 6:11 now, and our neighborhood of the day is CUNA. Good morning to all of our CUNA viewers. I hope you're having a good start to the day. Make sure you're prepared for a hot afternoon ahead. We'll be stopping in the mid to upper 90s area-wide, but 95 here. I'll show you when a cool down is in store.
It's 11 minutes past the hour. Let's take a look at your national headlines this morning. The U.S. military launching an attack in the southern Caribbean. The Trump administration targeting drug traffickers. Take a look at this video. The attack now escalating tensions, though, with Venezuela. President Trump releasing the video to social media platform Tuesday, claiming the alleged drug boat was connected to South American gang Tren de Arauca. According to Trump, the strike killed 11 people and that they were operating under Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. In a previous statement, Maduro threatened to respond to any military action with a, quote, armed fight. After days of speculation, the Trump administration confirms its plan to send armed military personnel to Chicago. This decision comes despite the opposition of local leaders. Illinois' governor says the, quote, land of Lincoln will go to court to fight against the deployment. At least 58 people were shot in Chicago this Labor Day weekend, according to the city's police department. But the Chicago mayor's office says that there's a reduction in violent crime, saying shootings, including fatalities, are on a downward trend. And a federal appeals court says President Donald Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act to rapidly deport alleged Venezuelan gang members is unlawful. The decision means the law cannot be used in several southern states, blocking a strategy used by the administration in its immigration crackdown. The president has not leaned into the 1798 law for removal since about mid-March, when his use of it sparked the first in a series of legal challenges. The U.S. Supreme Court will likely have the final say, though, on the issue whenever that happens. Turning now to the Epstein files, survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's sexual abuse are in Washington today. They're speaking out amid a bipartisan push right now for more transparency in this case. It comes after a meeting with the House Oversight Committee yesterday released some 33,000 pages related to the sex trafficking investigation, although the vast majority of those documents were already public. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the latest from Washington.
A group of Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking survivors are set to share their first-hand accounts of abuse, many for the first time, as officials face relentless pressure to release all files related to the Epstein investigation. The group of women met with the House Oversight Committee for more than 2 hours yesterday. House Speaker Mike Johnson was among those who described the meeting as heartbreaking before releasing 33,000 pages of Epstein-related documents, the vast majority of which were already public. And now Johnson refuses to allow a House vote that would compel the Justice Department to release the full Epstein files.
It does not adequately protect the innocent victims, and that is a critical component.
Fellow Republican Representative Thomas Massey has filed a petition trying to force that vote to happen, accusing Johnson of caving to pressure from President Trump.
I think he thinks he can just make this go away by telling people there's nothing here. The problem is this is bigger than him, and he can't make it go away by saying there's nothing here.
Trump, after campaigning on the release of the Epstein files, has since downplayed its importance. He said last month he's in favor of full transparency.
I'm in support of keeping it totally open. I couldn't care less.
Democrats are calling on the administration to follow through.
Donald Trump has the power right now to release all of the Epstein files and documents. Right now. The DOJ is refusing to release the documents that have been subpoenaed.
Massey noted he doesn't think the president is implicated in the files, but believes he has rich and powerful friends who are, and vows to get enough support to force a vote to release all the files. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
In Kane County, I'm speaking with a local nonprofit working tirelessly to raise awareness about the growing challenges surrounding cats.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
All right, it's 6:17 and happy Wednesday to you. It is going to be a good Wednesday, especially as you start to make and even think about the weekend and the cooler weather that'll be in store. But for today, it's nice and cool to kick off our morning. 69 waking up over downtown. Sun's not up yet, but as soon as it does come up, you're going to start to feel the heat. Right now, it's still a nice quiet start to the day. You've got mid to lower 60s along your valley floors, 47 starting the day in Stanley, 67 for our friends waking up and fine this morning. By the afternoon, it is going to be another toasty one, so it is a slight change from yesterday. And when I say slight, about a degree or two, but either way, you're still sitting with those upper 90s as you head into your valley floors, lower 90s to upper 80s in our mountains, and as we head into tomorrow, it's barely any relief in sight. So the mid 90s are going to keep us hot through at least Thursday. However, we do have some relief, and it's just right around the corner. So taking a look at your Saturday and Sunday, this is where things get good. You get those nice mid 80s as you make your way into the weekend and into next week. We'll be hovering with the upper 70s to lower 80s. Now this goes from Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday. So it looks like it'll feel more like a spring day next week, but either way, it's meteorological fall now. So we're still pretty warm warm as we head into it. As far as what our temperature outlook looks like, this has been trending backwards and forth, especially as we've headed into this really second week of September. What it's showing us right now is that we're now looking at pretty good confidence of seeing hotter than normal temperatures as we head into the next week or so. Again, though, we would have some time before we heat up into then. A little bit cooler off further down in California, but on top of what we're looking like for our temperatures, it looks like we'll be seeing for sure a pretty good chance of above average precipitation. So that's what this wetter than normal outlook means. And this is also from September 9th through the 13th. So let's just take a big look at the picture of what's going on out there, because we are going to, on top of the heat, see some unsettled weather. So it's kind of a flip-flop in weather this week. Right now we have this southerly flow that's bringing up that moisture from the Gulf, and so what that does is bring on those chances of isolated showers as we head into our weekend, but it keeps us pretty dry throughout our Thursday and Friday. We don't really notice these rain chances until Saturday morning and late overnight into Saturday. This continues into Sunday, and we slowly start to get some dry spells in there, but by 5 o'clock into Monday, you'll notice that you'll start to see this trough, and that's what all of this cooler air is right here, making its way in from the coast. As it slowly pushes inland, that's going to bring on that cooler weather, but also bring us some increase in clouds into the middle of next week. As far as how close it gets over us, if it continues to keep moving right overhead, then we could see potentially some 50s and 60s into next week. But right now, it looks like we're hovering with the upper 70s to lower 80s. Storm chances, those look really conclude all into the next weekend and week ahead if you're heading out to Sun Valley. So heads up if you are traveling there. As far as what our weekend looks like, you've got mid to 80s heading into Sunday. Next week, the 80s continue on.
Operating since 1972, Pet Haven has been a vital resource for the Kane County community. As animal overpopulation becomes a growing concern, the organization is stepping up its efforts to bring awareness. I'm our neighborhood reporter Leslie Solis getting a behind-the-scenes tour of their facility as they work to shine a light on the challenges they face.
We have portaled kennels so we can keep siblings and families together.
An animal nonprofit, Pet Haven's mission is to help stray and abandoned cats in the county. And even before purchasing their current building in 1996, they didn't let that stop them.
Prior to that, any of the animals that we were working with, we housed at veterinarian clinics.
During a tour of their facility, Jeanette Traxel, shelter operations director of 16 years, pointed to a rising issue.
Our numbers are up from last year.
Every year they see more cats forming colonies, creating serious concerns not only for space, but for the community.
You have 1 or 2 unfixed cats out in the neighborhood. They have a baby who has babies and babies and babies, and it spirals out of control. Now all of a sudden you have like 30 cats in your neighborhood, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna call Pet Haven. What do I do about it? To find out it's like a very hard problem to solve.
Jagar says she's been raising this issue in local communities for years, but as more cats reproduce on the streets, the burden falls heavily on nonprofits.
An issue from a municipality level just because of population, cost, and nuisance, quite frankly. Like, I love cats. Don't want 10 of them in my yard either.
Right now, their facility is home to 68 cats, and while they do their best to help,
I feel like every time I answer the phone, I'm telling somebody no.
They spay, neuter, and prepare each cat for adoption, but the cost far outweighs what they receive in fees.
And a mood.
Kiki.
That's Miss Kiki.
After 4 years of trying to expand, they're finally seeing progress with a new building underway.
Essentially open concept building at this point so that we can build it up like we want it to be, rather than an old house that's been converted and lots of chopped up little rooms.
As they look forward to opening their new facility by spring of 2026, Pet Haven emphasizes their commitment isn't going anywhere. They'll continue to work tirelessly to raise awareness and support their community they've been serving for over 5 decades. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Leslie Solis, for Idaho News 6.
If you give a child a book, you give a child a chance. That's why Idaho News 6 is once again partnering with local schools for our Give a Child a Book campaign. If you'd like to help, you can donate by scanning the QR code on your screen. And today, the Scripps Howard Fund will be matching all donations made up to $200,000. Visit idahonews6.com for more information. When we get back, it's Wellness Wednesday, and we're looking at what steps you can take to ensure you're healthy into your golden years. It is 6:25 on a Wednesday. Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho, and we're turning now to the inevitable aging process. It's Wellness Wednesday, where we're healthier together, and I spoke with a doctor to get some tips and some tricks to help you age gracefully. Falls are a big reason for hospitalization and even worse things as we age. So working out, especially our legs, is key to aging safely.
It's definitely not hopeless to build muscle. We know that it gets harder to retain muscle as we get older, absolutely. However, we know what's called sarcopenia, or muscle wasting, as we age is associated with disability, or what we call morbidity, and frankly mortality, death, frankly due to falls most commonly. So maintaining muscle mass has been one of the signs critically associated with longevity.
Dr. Meltzer says physical activity, good nutrition, and getting plenty of sleep are all very important, but don't forget about your mental health.
Emotional health is a critical factor in longevity, lifespan, and health span, the quality of our life. Isolation, we know, is actually a risk factor for death and disease. Conversely, people who are more social have been shown to actually live longer.
So stay connected with a wide range of age groups, he says, and don't forget to get a regular checkup. Dr. Meltzer says screening as we age is more important than ever, so don't discount that regular doctor's visit. For Wellness Wednesday, where we're healthier together, I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, Idaho News 6. And thanks for joining us on Good Morning Idaho this Wednesday. We've got a lot more in store for you in our last half hour, everyone. Here's what's still to come from your neighborhood reporters.
At Boise's federal courthouse, a former Caldwell cop gets ready to stand trial with the rest of his life on the line.
In Meridian, state leaders are visiting a West Ada elementary school and recognizing them for the top marks in reading scores across the state.
Connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho on a Wednesday, everyone. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, and we've still got lots to get to in our last half hour this morning. From our team of neighborhood reporters, bring you local stories from more neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys. And our Allie Tripke's going to be starting us off this morning with a silver lining in Idaho's public education struggles as the governor visited the top reading elementary school in the state. And also our Greenlee Clark highlights a young athlete out of Star who's now in the national spotlight as a top contender for Sports Illustrated's Athlete of the Year. How about that? More on this story and much more coming up in just a little bit. But first, let's get the latest on our weather. Oh, those poor football players out there in the heat. It's rough.
Yeah, I hope they're doing it in the morning times,
right?
Or at least by like 7 or 8 while it's nice and cool. Because if it's in the afternoons when you're doing your outside activities, it's pretty hot. Now, either way, as you head out for your morning, it's nice and cool waking up. You've got lower 70s into 8 a.m. By lunchtime, if you want to sit on the patio, it'll be really nice. Upper 80s. If you sit in some shade, you should be pretty comfortable out there. But while we're expecting another hot day on top of the heat, as we head into the weekend, we'll be seeing a gradual cool down, some slight isolated chances of showers heading into Friday. So just about 20% really focused over those southern areas. But take a look at the big difference into Saturday. This goes from 30 upwards towards 50% in some spots. So I'll be showing you what this looks like and what we can expect really into the next week. But the good news is, Roland, is that we are seeing a cool down.
Yeah, that is a real change. All right, Sophia, thank you very much. Turning now to the trial of a former Caldwell cop accused of using his position in law enforcement to sexually abuse women. Our Riley Shoemaker brings us a preview of the trial.
I'm North End neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker outside the Boise Federal Courthouse, where a jury has been finalized for the trial of former Caldwell Police Sergeant Ryan Bendewald. He's accused of using his badge to sexually abuse women and faces several federal charges. Inside the courtroom Tuesday, where cameras are not allowed, lawyers questioned the group of 80 prospective jurors about their feelings towards law enforcement. They asked about past experiences with police officers and whether potential jurors could realistically set aside any bias before hearing the evidence. Some admitted they could not. As we've reported, Bendewald, senior in a 2017 interview with Idaho News 6, was indicted in 2023 after a federal investigation. Prosecutors say between 2017 and 2021, he used his position as a Caldwell police sergeant to sexually abuse at least 7 women, in some cases offering police favors in exchange for sex. After some charges were dropped, he still faces 3 counts of deprivation of rights under color of law and 2 counts of federal bribery. If convicted, he could spend the rest of his life in federal prison. Opening statements in Bendewald's trial are expected to start Thursday morning. Bendewald has pleaded not guilty to all charges, and his trial is expected to last about 3 weeks. I'm North End neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker, Idaho News 6.
This morning, a Caldwell woman is charged with aggravated battery with the use of a deadly weapon after running over a Nampa man with a car. According to Nampa police, on the evening of August 29th, they got a call reporting a pedestrian had been hit by a vehicle. Police say the person reporting the incident said the woman knew the man and that she intentionally ran over him. First responders transferred the man to a local hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police say they then identified the driver, 40-year-old Miranda Faye Reese, and arrested her without incident. The bond is set at $1 million, and charges may change pending the outcome of the ongoing investigation.
Idaho's report card is out, and when it comes to proficiency levels for math, science, English language arts, and reading, they show that there's still room for improvement. I'm already a neighborhood reporter, Ali Tripke, and last month I brought you to this West Ada Elementary after they received the top marks for reading proficiency, and now state leaders are recognizing them for their teaching methods.
How many of you like to read?
Governor Brad Little is visiting Paramount Elementary to congratulate teachers and students for earning some of the state's highest reading scores.
The world has become more complicated, and you can't participate if you don't read well.
The latest test results show Paramount Elementary School students are nearly all reading at grade level, compared to 70% of students statewide. This visit comes as more statewide test scores are being released, offering a snapshot of Idaho students' proficiency in English, math, and science.
We always can do better. You know, I will be happy when I have 100% everywhere.
This year's standardized test results show just over half of students are proficient in English language arts, and about 42% met standards in math and 41% in science. Overall scores stayed nearly unchanged from last year. Governor Little credits West Ada's success to strong community support and targeted teaching strategies. I asked how state leaders plan to ensure students in every district receive that same level of support.
It's important that you have the resources of a great district like this, of all the districts, to identify in that kids and give them the best opportunity to thrive when they get out of our system.
Back in August, I sat down with a Paramount Elementary School teacher to learn how they keep their students on the same page. Principal Brooke Roy says their approach is rooted in individualized instruction.
Really the interventions too that they provide in the grouping they do with students to give them exactly what they need and what skills they need to still focus on.
Ali Tripke, Idaho News 6.
A local elementary school is investing now to save money later. A new 340-panel solar array is going to serve about half of Whittier Elementary's power needs. The roof-mounted setup, mostly made up of U.S. components, is the result of a partnership with Idaho's EGT Solar. The system is expected to pay for itself in 12 years or fewer, freeing up money for other facility costs.
A decision on the future of the Fort Idaho Center is on the horizon. I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell, and I'm speaking with the Snake River Stampede for the first time about how the Fort Idaho Center became their home and what would happen if it was no longer an option.
The Snake River Stampede brings Nampa a big economic boost every summer. President Clint Childs says the relationship with the city started more than 30 years ago when Nampa started looking to build economic growth.
How did this become home?
The Fort Idaho Center became home for the Snake River Stampede in some efforts in 1992 when the Stampede was looking to rebuild kind of a falling apart venue that we had, the old Green Queen on Garrity.
So at the time, the Stampede gifted their nearly 50-year-old stadium, that old Green Queen, plus $200,000 to the city.
And then that would start the building here for the Fort Idaho Center that would become an entertainment venue, but also the home for the Snake River Stampede.
Nampa wouldn't have the Idaho Center without the Stampede, and the Stampede wouldn't have a home without the city. Over 110 years in, the Stampede sees no end in sight. But as the city explores options to transfer the venue to CWI, I'm asking leaders what has to be done.
What's in the contract for the Stampede to have a home?
The city's obligated to provide a facility for the Stampede to operate a rodeo, a family-friendly rodeo, which we've done for 110 years. So they would have to come up with some other way to do that. Now, the agreement says it is a venue similar to what is here. So it's really not possible without replacement of that.
No matter who owns the Ford Idaho Center, be it Nampa, CWI, or in the extreme case it's sold, the Stampede will still be calling it home. Clint tells me CWI wants to be a big part of the Snake River Stampede with more opportunity to fund the Idaho Center.
They're actually excited about that and feel like they could actually help this venue go to the next level, which then helps us as an event, the Snake River Stampede, go to the next level.
The city tells me that every option is still being discussed and conversations are going to continue over the next several months before a vote and decision is made. From the Idaho Center, I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell for Idaho News 6.
In Star, a middle school athlete is fighting for national recognition, and you can help him win. A Star Middle School student is turning heads both on and off the field. I'm your Star neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, learning how community support could quickly change his future.
Cowboys on me, Cowboys on 3. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys!
At 13 years old, Aiden Hernandez has earned opportunities most teen athletes can only dream about. His love for football started in the front yard, inspired by one unforgettable NFL highlight.
It was around 2017 when my older cousin showed me the clip of OBJ making his one-handed catch, and I thought it looked hard and I wanted to try and do it, and I just started doing it every day.
He quickly joined the local Optimist League, where coaches noticed his skills immediately.
First time I met Aiden was at a 7-on-7 practice, and the kid didn't drop a single ball.
Former Optimist head coach Matt McNulty says Hernandez came in already polished and only got better after facing a tough challenge.
After that, he had a little chip on his shoulder and just outworked everybody every day. It was awesome. Like, we could put him anywhere and he just would do whatever you asked him, you know. Blocking, everything just excelled.
This year, Hernandez represented Star in the All-State game, a performance to put him on a college recruiting watch list years before high school graduation. Now, he's one of the top contenders for Sports Illustrated's Athlete of the Year, an award that comes with a $25,000 prize and national recognition.
It means a lot to be able to represent the state that I've lived in my entire life, and be able to show them my talent that God has given me ever since birth.
And his coaches say there's only one thing left for the community to do.
Go vote.
You can vote for Aiden every 24 hours through Thursday night, and it's completely free. The voting link can be found to this story on idahonews6.com. I'm your Star neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, for Idaho News 6.
In Burley, a local education foundation has a new incentive program to help freshmen at Burley High School ditch social media.
The Idaho News 6 Allergy Report is brought to you by Boise Valley Asthma and Allergy Clinic.
All right, good news on our allergy report. We have quinopod, sage, and grass all in the low category. So not too bad here. I'll continue to keep you updated as we move through our allergy season together.
A local auto group in the Mini-Cassia region is putting their money where their mouth is with a new program aimed at reducing smartphone and social media usage for Burley High School students. I'm your Burley neighborhood reporter, Joey Martin, finding out more about the Goody Motor Digital Detox Challenge.
There's governments that are trying to solve the problem. School districts are trying to solve the problem. We thought we would try a sort of entrepreneurial way to solve the problem.
With many young people spending most of their free time glued to their smartphones and social media, the Goody Motor Education Foundation in Burley decided to implement an innovative approach to motivate students to disconnect from distractions by launching an incentivized challenge called Digital Detox.
We put together a challenge for all the freshmen at Burley High School that if they give up their traditional smartphone, if they get off social media, and they do that until their senior year, we'll give them $1,000 on the first day of school their senior year.
This is the second consecutive year the challenge is offered, but it's not an abrupt cutoff from technology. In partnership with Gab Phones, each participating student will receive a new phone designed to help minimize the temptation of social media. Burley sophomore Sophia Silvis is one of over 24 students who accepted the challenge last year.
I have like all these apps. I have my apps alphabetized. And then like my games, I don't really have that many games, but like these are like some of your games. And then like I can FaceTime my friends if they have like the Gab app, or if they have Gab phones, I get to FaceTime them.
Operating like any other Samsung device, the Gab phone blocks access to distracting or unapproved apps.
Like it only has the apps that my parents have approved. So like these are the only apps you can get. Like if I look up like Instagram, there's no Instagram at all.
While the challenge is currently only available to freshmen at Burley High School, CEO Matt Cook sees potential for growth.
We certainly can't fund every school, even in Idaho or even our area, but if other people think it's a positive thing, there's ways for it to expand, and we'd love to be a part of that.
Although she's still a few years away from completing the challenge, Sophia already knows how she plans to spend her $1,000.
Me and my friends like want to go on a trip to Disney, so we're going to use our $1,000 to go to Disneyland.
If you want to learn more about the Digital Detox Challenge, log on to our website at idahonews6.com and click on this story. Reporting in Burley, I'm your neighborhood reporter, Joey Martin, Idaho News 6.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
All right, well, happy Wednesday to you. It's hump day, and it's nice to see your face on this Wednesday morning. As you get ready for your morning, it's nice and cool if you're waking up in Sun Valley, where the sun is slowly making its way up. It's about 54 here at the moment. As you take a look at this afternoon and what we're expecting, enjoy your morning times because the afternoons are still hot, and we're expecting them to be hot through at least Thursday. But today, upper 90s along your valley floors. Heading into your mountains, you've got 90 in Stanley, 96 over into Idaho City. It's going to be a toasty one. Now, we've been seeing this big back and forth pattern between a cooler than normal outlook and then also a warmer than normal. Right now, temperatures are trending towards the warmer than normal side, and this goes all the way from September 9th through the 13th. Down to our south looks to be just a bit cooler. On top of the possibility of heat that we could be seeing, right now our precipitation outlook doesn't fall too far behind, and it looks like we'll actually be seeing also above average precipitation. So let's take a big look at the weather picture here just to explain a little of what's going on out there. Right now, what we've been seeing is all that southerly flow make its way upwards towards us. As it does, this brings in that hot and dry air, but it also brings on that monsoonal moisture, so that moisture we get up from the Gulf. So this goes from Thursday all the way into your weekend, and you notice by Friday we slowly start to see some weak disturbances move through, but right behind that, this upper level trough moves in. As this trough moves in, this is going to bring on some really nice cooler weather into next week, but it also in tandem works with that monsoonal moisture, bringing on some isolated showers and some really unsettled weather as we head into the middle of next week. So you'll notice clouds increasing, shower chances also increasing, but the good news is temperatures are on the really fall. So when you take a look at our trend and where we're heading to, you see those nice comfortable mid-80s over the weekend, but by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you'll see them drop towards the upper 70s. By next week, it looks like we'll end it and really wrap up the week with lower 80s. Now, either way, we are all going to grow cooler as we head into next week, so if you're heading up to Sun Valley, I do just want to touch on this. You'll notice they've got storm chances from Friday all the way down to Tuesday. Now, some of them are pretty minimal out here, but 50% chance of rain into your Saturday. We'll be having to walk more through what this looks like for you as we start to really get closer into our weekend. But again, it's still pretty hot for this afternoon today and even tomorrow. We don't really see that slight relief till Friday, and as you head into the weekend, by Saturday, our storm chances really sitting only into that afternoon. Next week, we'll be having with a lot nicer and cooler weather. It'll be somewhat a taste of fall, more so going to feel like spring. But either way, I'll keep my eyes on it and really just see if we'll be trending a little bit even cooler into next Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe some 50s or 60s. Either way, it is Wednesday morning, so let's get you ready for your commute.
The Idaho News 6 traffic report is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, it is 6:50 and we are giving you a live look of downtown where the sun is slowly making its way up this morning, and maybe that's you at home too. We'll get you into work and school together, but you've got I-84 eastbound looking to be the main stretch of congestion this morning. Also Karcher Road both in the east and westbound lanes, so if you're traveling in from Midway, heads up on that front. As you make your way closer to 10 Mile Road, if you're heading in that northbound lane, that is where it's looking to be heaviest this morning, so heads up. I-84 looks to be a very busy morning for us here. Drive times have already increased and they're on the red mark. You've got Caldwell to Garrity just under 20 minutes, Garrity to Eagle, and Eagle into downtown, both between 12 to 8.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Wedding Crasher Thief.
It all happened so quickly in the moment.
I feel like I still just feel very sad that someone thought to use this vulnerable moment for two people and take advantage of it.
George and Nadine Fairhat had no idea Wedding Crasher, seen here in this surveillance cam, was making off with the box containing all their wedding money. They say nearly $1,000. And this morning, those frustrated newlyweds are speaking out to GMA.
We couldn't process what was happening. I mean, this is the happiest day of your life, and to hear someone in all black came up and just grabbed it and ran, it's just something hard to swallow.
In this video, the man is seen trying to blend in, passing by family members, going to the bathroom, even bellying up to the bar for a drink. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest on this Wedding Crasher investigation. With your GMA First Look, I'm Micah Jachi, ABC News, New York.
All right, everyone, it's 5 minutes before the hour on this Wednesday. Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho, and we're starting to wrap things up on this Wednesday. In case you missed it, here are the top stories that we're following from our neighborhood reporters.
When it comes to immigration policies in the state of Oregon, the Malheur County Sheriff doesn't hide his frustrations.
It is very frustrating when there's not clarity in how to enforce the law.
That's because in 1987, the state of Oregon became the first state to pass a law prohibiting state and local agencies and law enforcement from participating in immigration enforcement without a judicial warrant. It's something Sheriff Johnson feels has driven a wedge between his department and their federal partners. Johnson also wants to make it clear that the focus needs to be on the criminal aspect, the drug and human traffickers in both Oregon and Idaho.
Idaho Power customers may see another rate increase to their bills come 2026. The utility company is requesting a general rate increase for the third year in a row. This time, residential customers could see their bills jump 17% to help pay for new power infrastructure.
In Star, a middle school athlete is fighting for national recognition, and you can help him win. He's been proudly representing Idaho against some of the best youth athletes in the country, and now he has a unique opportunity to step into the spotlight on an even bigger stage, but the clock is ticking.
And of course, you can learn more about all of these stories just by going to our website. Head to idahonews6.com.
Now, the Out the Door forecast, brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors.
All right, let's get you out the door on this hump day. And as you make your way through the middle of the week, the heat is sticking around. So by 9 a.m., we'll be touching into those mid-70s. It'll be a pretty warm start to your day. By lunchtime, if you want to sit on the patio, you can. Just do it in the shade, especially if you head out for a later lunch. By about 1 o'clock, we'll be in the lower 90s. We stopped this afternoon at the upper 90s. So thankfully, no triple digits in sight today, but it is still hot. On top of the heat, what's also returning is our morning commute. Let's get you ready for work and school.
The Idaho News 6 traffic report is brought to you by Champion Windows.
6:57 is your time, and we are giving you a live look of downtown where the sun is slowly making its way up and commuters are slowly heading out the door. Now, I-84 eastbound is in a slow commute this morning. It's got congestion as you make your way into downtown, so just a heads up on that front. As far as what we look like right now, here's a good look at I-84 off of Cuna Meridian eastbound. That eastbound lane looks really busy this morning, so just a heads up, you're going to want to give yourself a little extra time to head out the door. But either way, Roland, it's Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Yeah, it certainly is. Hey, you know, all the kids in school today, and back to school just happened recently. We've got this campaign going on with Scripps Howard Fund to give a child a book today, and they're matching up to $200,000 worth of donations on this day if you donate by going to that QR code there to buy kids a book. A kid to have their own book is really an important thing because it really gets them excited about learning. And so if you can do that today, go ahead and actually scan that code there, and we'll make a big difference for kids in our area. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on a Wednesday. Great one. We'll see you tomorrow.